Eric. John Katko has been portrayed by himself, and seemingly other people have seen him as a moderate. And did I hear a hiss? We got something wrong with the system here? All right. Why do you believe you have the best chance of defeating him and actually pricking the balloon of his moderacy and making sure that he comes down to earth and we find out what he's really like?
Okay. John Katko's played this game. On the Trans-Pacific Partnership Act, he voted against the fast-tracking of it, but when the bill was dead, Speaker Boehner then said, you have to vote to get this bill back on the floor of the House. So John Katko, as a dutiful, right-wing, beholden member of the House, did that. And then what does he do? When it was voted again at the House, the Speaker knew he had enough votes. John did not vote for it. John voted against TPP. That's what we're going to get. John Katko, I have lots of differences with him. I happen to like the man. I'll just say it directly. Until if he gives me reason not to, I'll say that directly too, but quietly. But I disagree with him on privatizations of Social Security. I disagree with him on reproductive rights. I think he actually arrives at that somewhat honestly, based on his values. But I don't agree that women should not always have a right to make those decisions. I disagree with him on his ridiculous Family Medical Leave Act. But the thing I disagree with him most on, I wrote about this about a month ago. It was in the Auburn paper, I think it was in the Oneida paper. I said, Mr. Hanna said he will never support Trump or Cruz because they're wrong and they're bad, basically. Our member said, I'll support whomever the Republicans select. Now he says he's thinking about it. He's not sure. Bottom line there is this is a moral issue. Mr. Trump has talked about registering Muslims. I'm a Jew. I know what that's like. I remember my grandma saying, don't think it couldn't happen here. We are talking about the demise of democracy possibly, and people are playing politics. It's wrong. Personally, I hope the Republicans nominate people I really disagree with. I hope they nominate Ryan. I hope they nominate Kasich. I hope they would nominate Ron Paul. As much as I disagree with them, I don't think they're anti-democratic. So this is the line that in the name of being a good party member or whatever, they won't cross. I think he needs to be taken to task on that and many other things. And I also know that I can pull from John Katko a good number of older people who are voting Republican recently.
Thank you. Steve?
Well, John Katko has gotten a pass, all right? You know, when Dan Maffei debated him, and I like Dan, I was a huge supporter of Dan. I had fundraisers for him at my office. I gave him all the money I could. But Dan is a policy guy. He's not a debater. And he never really held John Katko's feet to the fire on the issues of the day. And John Katko has been able to mealy-mouth his way through those issues until now. I want to debate John Katko. You know, I want to use the skills I learned as a trial lawyer to hold John Katko's feet to the fire on the issues that are important to this district. We're not going to let him get away with these mealy-mouthed answers like, do you believe in climate change? Well, I don't know if that's really a real thing, so I don't know. That's not an answer, sir. What is your answer? Do you believe in it or do you not? Where do you stand on the issues? And I know I say we because whoever wins up here, okay? We're all on the same team. We're all Democrats. I like these folks, all right? If Eric wins, amen, go for it. If Colleen wins, go for it, all right? We're gonna win this seat, and we're gonna do it on the issues because we're right on the issues, whether it be on guns, whether it be on women's rights, whether it be on the climate, we win. Now, you know, having been in the military and having served and having been a lieutenant commander, quite frankly, I think that will appeal to some of the moderate Republicans. And you know, this district is very close. And you know, it's very hard to hold it during an off-year election. And I think that fact might persuade some of the moderate Republicans, especially those in the more rural communities. I think that will help. But the fact is, we're going to beat him, and we're going to beat him on the issues by holding his feet to the fire and not letting him get away with this parliamentary trickery that he's been trying to pull on us. It just won't work. That's how we're going to beat him.
Thank you. Kelly?
The question was how to beat John Katko?
Yes.
Okay.
And how he says that he's a moderate, and he appears to be a moderate to many people in this area. What can you do?
Yeah, well, we all agree. John Katko, he has been given a pass. He votes when he knows his vote isn't needed, and the Republicans are letting him do that because they know that this seat is the top 10. He is the top 10 most vulnerable incumbent in Congress right now, and they're doing everything they can to make sure that he looks as moderate as possible. But he has made some errors along his way, specifically with the Planned Parenthood vote. When he ran for Congress in 2014, he promised he would not vote to defund Planned Parenthood. And since he's been in office, he's already voted 4 times. 4 times. So that's a liar. Like, he is definitely not the person that we thought he was, the person that he said he was. And I don't think we really know who the person that I don't think we know who he is at this point, because he's taken all of these votes that are just safe votes, and if he keeps the seat, he'll probably turn way far to the right. He'll agree with Paul Ryan's budget, try to privatize Social Security, privatize Medicare, and we can't let that happen. I think, in this campaign, I'm a support of women's right to choose. We know John Katko doesn't. I support the paid family medical leave, the Family Act, introduced by Senator Kirsten Gillibrand. He supports a tax break for the wealthy who can afford to save money for a medical emergency or a child that may or may not occur. And jobs and poverty, I talked about that earlier. John Katko hasn't done anything to address these issues. Since he's been in office, who here can say your life is any better since John Katko has been in office, and him being a moderate has made any of your lives better? So I think we can really hit him on those. I think our campaign, we have a ton of support on this race, and I'm proud of the endorsements I have. I'm proud of the work that I've done in this region, and people see, they've worked with me. They've seen what I've done. They know I've been able to get things done for this district, and I'm proud to, and I'm honored to have the support of our senators, our mayors, our assembly members, and making sure that they're working with me to get this seat back. This campaign, we've raised the most money. We got the most signatures to get on the ballot, and we have the most endorsement. The momentum is really building. Things are really moving forward, and I feel confident that we're going to be successful in November to take this seat back and get it in the hands of a Democrat who actually wants to get things done for the people of this district.
Thank you very much.